Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today I am talking about Beautycounter. I feel like I have held off on talking about this brand for so long. I've been wanting to try them, but I just haven't. And I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna try them. So I picked up their Flawless in 5 set. So within their Flawless in 5 set, there are 5 products, of course, that you pick from. There are 5 main category products that you pick from. You get a foundation, a mascara, a blush, a lip product, and also a concealer and an eyebrow product. So for the base product, you can choose between their Skin Twin Featherweight Foundation and also or their Dew Skin Tinted Moisturizer. So I chose the foundation because I wanted something that's going to give a little bit more coverage, although I was thinking about getting the Dew Skin Tinted Moisturizer. If you want something that has some sunscreen in it and is light coverage, I think that one might be more what you would want to go for if you like a tinted moisturizer. But if you like a foundation, you want something with a little bit more coverage, check out the foundation. So I'm going to be demoing the foundation in this video. And then also for the brow product, you can choose between 2 different brow products, their color defined brow pencil or their brilliant brow gel. I decided to purchase the brow pencil, so that's what I'm going to be demoing in this video. So let's just go ahead and get into demoing the products. Let's pretend my hair doesn't look as crazy as it does. To start off, I already put some sunscreen on my face. I used the Koa Invisible Sunscreen. I have it linked in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. I've talked about it on my channel a lot. I really like that one. Then I'm going to use the Skin Twin Featherweight Foundation, and I have this in the shade Light 230. I really hope that this shade is going to work for me. I honestly was just kind of guessing online, so hopefully it went okay. And I believe this is supposed to be kind of like a light to medium coverage. It doesn't sound, on their website, it doesn't really sound like it's supposed to be full coverage. I like the little pump here that's on this. And I think the packaging is pretty as well. This looks pretty good for me right now, I think. Immediately, that is definitely light coverage on my hyperpigmentation. So I'm gonna want to build it up a little bit, but I feel like that looks pretty good on the skin. It blended out really nicely with the sponge. Almost barely detectable, but it's also barely detectable in the fact that it didn't provide much coverage either. I'm definitely gonna want to add another layer. I mean, it did a little bit. I feel like it kind of smoothed things out a little bit, gave a little bit more of an even looking tone, but still a lot poking through. So I'm gonna go in with another layer. Now that I have almost the entire bottle on my face, hopefully this will give me some coverage. Okay, there we go. Let's get in some more coverage. I like the finish of this right now. It has a pretty dewy looking finish. Obviously I need to let it dry down a little bit first, but with initial application, it looks like it's kind of dewy. Although I do have a damp sponge, so that might be making a difference as well right now. And when I get close, I feel like it's emphasizing some certain areas. It just looks a little bit heavy. Obviously I might have just applied too much. You guys saw how much I applied. Maybe I need to just kind of build it up a little bit slower. But on my cheeks for the most part and my forehead, I feel like it looks pretty good. I feel like it looks pretty seamless and it doesn't look overly heavy. Just kind of around my mouth, it does look a little bit heavy, but actually I just blended it in a little bit more with my sponge and I feel like that definitely helped. I do see a little bit of a patchiness here, but I do have some texture. So also, I mean, you guys can see my skin still has some healing to do. So obviously foundation isn't always just gonna sit on it super well. So even if it's not performing the best on me, it could perform totally different on you. Of course, everyone has different skin types as well. So of course the foundation is going to perform differently on everybody, but I actually think that I like how it looks. Obviously it's still not covering up all of my acne marks. So now let's move on to the concealer. So this is their Skin Twin Creamy Concealer. I have this in the shade Light 2. This is supposed to be creamy and buildable. It's designed to flawlessly conceal and help diffuse imperfections with silky smooth avocado butter, coated pigments, and skin-loving knotgrass extract. So I'm just gonna apply some under my eyes. It definitely like does feel pretty creamy. I feel like this shade is definitely gonna be good for my under eyes, but I don't know how good it would be for spot concealing just because it is a lighter shade. Honestly, it might be fine. I'll try to spot conceal some spots as well. I just want to be careful sometimes with like a lighter concealer for spot concealing because then that can almost like highlight blemishes or acne marks if the shade is too light. I do like the packaging of this. It's just super simple. I mean, it's your regular concealer packaging, that doe foot applicator. A lot of concealers are like this packaging, but I like it. I think it works really well. So there it is. I like the finish of it. I think it looks quite nice on the skin. As far as like the added like coverage for like the acne marks, I think it did add a little bit extra coverage for the acne marks, but it's not like super full coverage. I do like the coverage that it gives under the eyes. I feel like it looks really nice. It doesn't look heavy, but also really helped to like brighten the under eyes. Now let's move on to eyebrows. So I got their brow pencil and I have this in the shade Light. This shade is supposed to be good for blonde or like golden blonde, light brown hair. This looks like a regular like kind of like eyebrow pencil. You would have to sharpen it with a sharpener, and then it has the spoolie on the other side. Alright, so there is what that looks like. So I picked the brow pencil over the brow gel because I do kind of like to create a more precise shape and kind of fill in my brows a little bit more. If you already have full brows and you really just kind of like to add a little bit of a tint to your brows, or if you want something that's going to kind of keep your brows in place, then I think you might like the brow gel instead. But if you do want something to help you create a more precise shape and kind of fill in the brows a little bit more, then I think the brow pencil is a good one to check out. I do really appreciate that this one has a spoolie. I always appreciate it when a brow pencil has a spoolie with it. Now, I do say because it is kind of like an eyeliner pencil, it's not like as precise as I would like it to be. I like the ones that are like super thin because I just find that it's easier to use. But honestly, this was still easy to work with. I do want to get my eyebrows done. I've never gotten my eyebrows done, so they're not like super precisely shaped anyway, but I do like that I can kind of create a somewhat more precise shape with an eyebrow pencil, and this one's pretty good. Let's move on to blush. This is their Satin Powder Blush, and I have this in the shade Nectar, which is this really, really pretty pink shade. I feel like it's a really nice everyday pink color. It has a pretty like shimmer to it, so it's gonna give a really nice luminosity to the skin. I think this blush is super pretty. I'm also gonna apply this as eyeshadow because the Flawless in 5 set doesn't have an eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna use this like an eyeshadow and I'm gonna apply it pretty much just all over the lids. Not gonna be super precise with it. Work it into the crease. Next up is their Beyond Gloss. I have this in the shade Bare Shimmer. This is the packaging, super pretty packaging. Looks very similar to the concealer packaging. I believe this is supposed to be kind of like a beige shimmer shade. Has a bit of a pink to it. It definitely feels quite moisturizing. Now it does feel a little bit sticky. I feel like it's somewhat of like a heavy formula, but I mean, it's not something that bothers me, but if you don't like a heavy feeling lip gloss, if you don't like something that feels a little bit sticky, then you might not like this. But I think that this color, I think that this shade is really pretty, good for like an everyday makeup look, good for like a summer or spring makeup look. If you like lip glosses and you just want something that's good for every day, this is a good shade to check out. Like, I will say, I feel like it looks more shimmery in the actual like packaging than it actually does on the lips. It looks more like just like a plain like light nude pinky shade on the lips. You can't really see a whole lot of the shimmer on the lips, but it is pretty and I feel like it goes well with this blush. Lastly is their mascara. So this is their Volumizing mascara in the color black. I believe they only have the color black. It's a quite large tube. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes off camera and then I will apply this. So the wand kind of has that, I don't even know how to describe this, swirly looking applicator. It reminds me of the like Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara wand. I believe that's what that wand looks like. And that mascara works really well. So hopefully the shape of this wand will make this work well. Honestly, I feel like my lashes have a hard time holding a curl, so I think that this helps to do a good job lengthening it, and I like that this doesn't look clumpy, and it gives it a nice like kind of like wispy effect. I don't know how super volumizing it is. I think it gives a little bit of volume to it, but I probably would just build it up more. I honestly don't normally build up my mascara a whole lot, but it's definitely not like holding the curl after I curled my eyelashes, so I would probably want to curl my lashes again. Also, that's just a personal thing for me. My eyelashes just have a hard time curling. So I have to test this out more, see how I like it. I can definitely use this in future videos as well and update you guys on my thoughts on it. So far, I mean, it's okay. It's nothing that I'm like, okay, this mascara is awesome. This is the completed look with the Flawless in 5 set. I definitely think this is a good, quick, easy makeup look, good for every day. I do really like the lip gloss shade and also the blush shade. I think they're super pretty and just work great for everyday wear. I think that pink just makes you look really like fresh and youthful, so I do like how this look came together. I would probably like to kind of pop on a bronzer just to give my face a little bit more color, but I do really like this. Honestly, I could go without a bronzer. I think it looks really fresh and glowy and happy and youthful. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in checking out any of these products, I'll have them linked in the description box below, along with the shades that I picked out. But yeah, so I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more content from me, please subscribe. That would mean so much to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye, guys.